Harry's Wife, part 101.89. I thought I'd be more famous. At this point, one should really sing Bros. When will I be famous? Well, I just can't answer. I can't answer that. But what I can do is tell you about the fact that apparently Harry's wife reportedly thought she was going to be much more famous in the United Kingdom. Yes, a matter of great moment here, brought to us by The List. As always, I enable you to make your mind up as to the veracity of the news item. I merely provide you with the analysis. The article by Joey Keogh tells us, Harry's wife and Prince Harry's recent UK trip definitely didn't go according to plan. Not least because his beloved grandmother, Queen Elizabeth II, passed away in the middle of it. The royal defectors were thrust back into the spotlight while attending official events mourning Her Majesty's death. But their relationship with Harry's family remains strained. An insider even told In Touch Weekly the Duke and Duchess of Sussex were eager to head home after the funeral so they could be reunited with their young kids. Harry's wife and Harry reportedly weren't thrilled with their royal living situation in Britain. While royal expert Neil Sean claimed in a video on his YouTube channel that the Duchess made a formal request to sit down with King Charles III before leaving for the States, see parts passing, it didn't happen in the end, for whatever reason, which likely didn't help ease the tension. Suffice to say, the issues that first gained traction when the couple stepped down as working royals in 2020 show no signs of being sorted out any time soon. And now a royal author is doubling down on widely reported assertions that the former actress was only ever interested in becoming a royal because she wanted to increase her celebrity status. No shit, Sherlock! Naturally, that would appeal to a narcissist, any means by which to be seen more often, more widely, allowing the extension of the need for control, drawing in yet more fuel, increasing the potential for character trait acquisition, and of course, those ever so yummy residual benefits. A new bug claims exclusively Harry's wife saw becoming a royal as her clearest path to mega fame. The Times of London reports a former palace worker told author Valentine Lowe, Harry's wife thought she was going to be the Beyoncé of the United Kingdom. The spectacular revelation is contained in Courtiers, the hidden power behind the crown. As the source elaborated, the Duchess of Sussex assumed that being part of the royal family would give her that kudos. Unfortunately, what she discovered was that there were so many rules that were so ridiculous that she couldn't even do the things that she could do as a private individual, which is tough. Sources also discussed the infamous Sandringham Summit with Lowe, detailing how high-ranking members of the royal family sat around trying to figure out how Harry's wife and Prince Harry could have more freedom without it negatively affecting the firm. The Queen refused to allow them to continue carrying out official duties unless the Sussexes agreed not to leave the family. Funnily enough, although they couldn't come to an agreement, plenty of people say Harry's wife and Harry lived out a third way of being royals. As the Spectator argued, the idea of representing the Queen one day and earning serious money the next was always untenable, but the celebrity couple undoubtedly made the right decision by stepping down, as much as it might pain the firm to admit it. The Duchess of Sussex's lifelong quest for fame has been a hot topic for years, per the Express, around the release of his incendiary book, Revenge, Harry's Wife, Harry and the War Between the Windsors. Author Tom Bower claimed Harry's wife achieved her main ambition by marrying Prince Harry. Make him intimate partner primary source, excellent pursuit of the prime aims. During an appearance on Good Morning Britain, Bower asserted that the former Suits star wasn't even well known prior to joining the royal family, though he received pushback from co-host Ben Shepherd, who argued Harry's wife was a very famous actress regardless. Well, she wasn't, Ben, so stop being a knobhead. Bower contended that those giving her high-profile coverage hadn't heard of her of either the show or Harry's wife herself. And of course, this was a recurrent theme through the book Revenge, that where her publicist was attempting to get her introductions and platforms, repeatedly was Harry's wife who? Or rather, she's about to be Harry's wife who? Nobody had heard of her, and therefore attempts to become an ambassador for the UN failed because they didn't know who she was, and she was really a D-list actress on a cable show. Of course, in her world, she was mega famous and believed that she would be even more famous in the United Kingdom because everybody would want to know her, everybody would want to be her. Moreover, the article continues, the royal author revealed that the Duchess of Sussex struggled to find her place in the royal family because she didn't understand she couldn't be number one. There's only one number in the monarchy, and she didn't understand hierarchy. According to Bauer, Harry's wife wasn't willing to put in the effort. That's typical, of course, of her mid-range status. Her narcissism requires an economy of effort. It wants to achieve, but it wants to get the maximum return on the minimum of investment and will not necessarily push her to invest in that way where the returns are not going to be good. And of course, her narcissism will not allow her to accept that somebody comes ahead of her, because to do so would be accepting that she's not as important, she's not as driven, that she's not as famous, and that, of course, would impact upon the ability to assert control. Indeed, recognising that she's not the big cheese, the grand fromage, the numero uno, the head honcho, the grand sausage, although she's hidden a few in her time, means that that would be a threat to control, and her narcissism simply will not compute it. The article concludes by telling us, elsewhere, in an excerpt published in the Times of London, Bauer shared how the newcomer was convinced by her husband and a crack Hollywood team working with the couple that she could be as beloved as Princess Diana, no, Diana, Princess of Wales, if Harry's wife played her cards right. However, Bauer clarified that she hadn't proved her worth or garnered enough goodwill to compare to the people's princess. Quite obviously, but nevertheless, she would think that she had because of a level of delusion. What's interesting, of course, is this is an article that came out yesterday, and it's relying upon not only that what's being reported about in Valentine Lowe's book, but it comes up with a kiss, kiss, bang, bang by resurrecting what Tom Bauer has to say. The two publications largely have an accord with regards to the matters that they speak upon, and in the way that Harry's wife brings up the past, it shows as well that the media will do so in order to keep reminding her of what she is not. This, of course, continues to be challenge fuel for Harry's wife and shows that the media really isn't tolerating her behaviour much longer. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.